but at the same time, beating Canelo is going to be worth more than the bag, at the end of the day, because I'm going to be talked about
forever.
When I'm dead and gone. 100 years, they're going to be like, man, you remember that kid from Omaha, Nebraska, Bud Crawford? He went up 2 divisions, matter of fact, 3 divisions and beat Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? My name is going to be wrong and talked about when I'm dead and gone. And that's what legacy is about. A lot of people don't understand that because they don't want to take the risk. I said in the build-up, big risk, big reward. And we here now.
Terence Crawford talks about legacy. You just heard it. However, he added something that you may not know. Terence Crawford has officially banned his own children from pursuing a career in the same field that made him ever so, noted, and that's boxing. He says his kids cannot box and his kids cannot play football. In this video, I'm going to break it down. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, this video is a little bit different because, to be honest, it was something.
The one thing that
for me, it was something that I actually didn't expect. You know what I mean? I don't remember Crawford having said this before, and it was interesting, and I want you guys to hear this perspective. Crawford did a brand new interview with Cam Newton for his podcast, and he talks about how his kids can go on to be anything, but he does not want them boxing or playing football. So without further ado, I'm going to let you listen to it. Roll the clip.
You can relate to, bro. Man, we have a lot of kids, right? Do you feel the pressure, or have you felt the pressure to say, hey, I want my kids to box? Would you allow your kids to box?
Nah.
Really?
They nah. Football and boxing, them the 2 sports that I will not allow.
Explain.
I already told them. Too much head trauma, Like really in football, man, y'all get messed up worse than us. CTE is a big.
Hey, no, that's real spiel though, because this is our out. And I had a conversation with my lady not too long ago, and we were at my son's football game, right? And you start seeing parents get so vested into something that the kids really are not into yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's 2 things. It's like they feel the pressure that I got a Bud Crawford right here. I got a Cam Newton right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's not healthy. But the discipline of sport is what is healthy and should be taught and should be learned. But when you look at the African American in this country, right? If in my hood where I came from, I didn't see doctors and lawyers and politicians and these type of individuals. And with you and yours, it's like, what's the strategy with trying to become the best father, especially when you have to share yourself to the world while trying to be the best person that you could possibly be to your children?
Well, the reason why our community and our people is pushing those type of sports is because it was pushed on them, and they feel like they can't, make it anywhere else at times because of politics. When we up against something, we always point the finger. Oh man, look at all these police officers. Look at all these police. But we don't tell our kids to grow up and be police officers. Oh man, the judge gave my man's 50 years. But we don't tell our kids, you should grow up and be a judge. Mm-hmm. So we always tell our kids when we in the neighborhood, oh man, go play football or basketball or box. Yeah. So we doing that to our own kids, Me personally, I tell my kids, I boxed, I took all the damage,
the risk
for y'all.
Right.
So y'all can be something that I wasn't, Y'all can be whatever y'all want. Y'all can go to any college, y'all won't just do something different. Because boxing, it may look all glitter and glamour and all that, but your dad been through hell in the sport. And I would never want y'all to go through that ever in life.
Wow. So Terence Crawford just said it out the horse's mouth. His kids cannot box, which again, I thought it was an interesting video because I never heard him say that. And he got a couple kids, you know what I mean? And I know some of them are in sports like track. I think his daughter had a viral clip like running track. His son famously wrestles, but so it looks like he keeps his kids active. But as far as boxing and football, he's like, nah, I don't want them involved, which was interesting. I didn't expect this from Crawford because he's from the Midwest. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. He's from like places in America where football is big, right? College football even, right? Big. And the fact that he himself boxes, I didn't know what his take would be and how he would view his kids boxing, but he just told you. He was like, nah, you could be anything in the world. You can go to whatever college you want. So, you know, you got to respect it. Crawford definitely loves his kids. He's definitely family oriented and he seems like a good father. So this was a interesting take. I want to know from you guys in the comment section what you feel of this. Do you think it's right? I mean, at some point, the kids will become of age, so they kind of can do, I guess, what they want, you know? Hopefully, as a parent, you instill certain things and they listen to you. But, you know, boxing typically is a sport where it's nicer to people who have gotten into the sport early. You know, there are some late bloomers, Sergio Martinez and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from, oh my God, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But typically, it's a sport that you get into when you're younger, which is like I said, is interesting because I see Mayweather and he has his grandson and he's showing him little boxing stuff. I don't know if Mayweather wants his grandson to box, but, you know, I do see that. But I now think about it, I don't recall Crawford's kids. I don't recall them like doing any kind of like mitts or anything like that. They're doing like other sports. So respect. He started saying that he didn't really care about the bag more than beating Canelo, and now his name will live on. So he got what he wanted, beat Canelo up, is done. And, you know, we'll see what's next for Crawford. Drop your thoughts on this subject in the comment section.